friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Emily of EB Knits and EB Knits by Emily. Welcome. I am so glad you're here. Today I'm going to do a finished object video talking about what I am wearing. It is the Easy Teasy top by Allison Cribs. But I have to insert her Instagram handle because in the pattern it's cribbit.cribbit, but since then it's changed. And I found the new one, I followed her I think, but I don't remember what it is right now. So, again, welcome, and I'm excited to tell you about this top. I spiced up my background a little bit. I added 2 shells. I think you can only see the one. I've got my hand-embroidery that I tried out, and I really enjoyed. I have to want to do that some more. And then I did watercolor around Christmas time last year. I had a really fun time with it. I should get back into it. And so I have a little watercolor display as well as my crochet flower bouquet. So all handmade up here. And I've got a picture on my other shelf. Again, just a little temporary drawing and some bottles with flowers in them. I'm a very florally inclined person. All right, let's get into it. I have my window open. It's a really nice day, but if it gets too loud, I will close it if there's too many cars going by. Okay, so again, this is the Easy Teasy top by Allison Cribs, and I found it on Ravelry. It was a free pattern last year on Ravelry, and she asked that in at least like for the first month it was free. In lieu of donation, in lieu of purchasing the pattern, you donate to a local Black Lives Matter or similar organization to you. So that is how I received this pattern and found it on Ravelry. And I thought it was so cute. I live in Orlando, Florida, so I do need a lot of short sleeve, warm weather patterns. Even right now in November, I'm wearing short sleeves every day. Sometimes I bring a jacket with me, but I've only actually worn it I think like once. So big short sleeve, inclined style here, just to stay with the elements, but also I want to keep knitting myself tops. So this one was perfect for that. I used Lionbrand Truboo yarn. It's 100% rayon from bamboo. Here is the tag, if you can see that, in the colorway Mint. Don't know what specifics are on the back for you, but you can check it out there. So I used, the reason I purchased this, I usually like to purchase either natural fibers, which I guess technically rayon from bamboo is, but I have, so up to this point, stayed away from rayon because of the process of transforming it from rayon into yarn, or from bamboo into yarn, is very heavily like plastic oriented, heavily polluting, I believe, if I'm right. So I've stayed away from rayon. However, I was test knitting another top, the Thea tank, and that yarn, the design I recommended was Truboo. And so I went to Joann's, and again, I try and shop from smaller stores, but I made an exception here, big box store, and rayon. So, you know, nothing can be perfect, but that's what I try, and this time I did not achieve that. But this is the Thea tank that I test knit, and this is in Lionbrand Truboo Sparkle. Now, I couldn't decide. When I went there, I couldn't decide between this color and this color, so I just got them both so that I could return them. They were super affordable. They were like $2 a ball, and I believe each ball is at 50 grams or 100. It's 100, so it's like $2 or $2.50 for 100 grams. So crazy affordable. The price may have went up now, but I'll put it on screen what it currently is at Joann's. And so I ultimately decided to do my test knit in this, and I have a finished object video about this. I'm also making a second one to make it a little bit smaller. Something I learned from this is not only does the sparkle, this is brioche, the sparkle Truboo, it's extraordinarily splitty. So it was not ideal to knit with, especially brioche. So I don't recommend the Truboo Sparkle. Now, this Truboo is not the sparkle, it's just the regular. Here it is in what I have left. And, oh shoot, I should have weighed this before I started. I will weigh this and put on screen how much I used. I think I used 3 balls and a teeny bit of a fourth, but again, I'll weigh it so you know for sure. This is less splitty, a little bit splitty, but nothing close, nothing as annoying and aggravating as the other one. Now that could have been because even though it is lace, it's a much simpler pattern than brioche. But I also think this yarn, like literally just looking at the yarn, it was kind of splitty in the sparkle. So this is not so much. Do I recommend the yarn? Yeah, I guess. I guess so. I don't love, like, I like this top, and it's going to be perfect for summertime, for the beach, for pool days, for keeping cool. It's really lightweight. You can barely feel it wearing it. I can see, like, on a hot, sweaty day, this would be like a good, ideal top when it's really warm outside. However, I just don't love the way it knits up. Maybe my gauge is loose, maybe it wants a tighter gauge, I don't know. It's a little too drapey, I think, for me. And especially, at least lately, my last few projects I've been working with wool, and the whole summer I basically worked with cotton fibers or, cotton linen. This window closed, so hopefully that should help with the noise. My last few projects working with wool, I've realized how much I enjoy that more. So it's okay. I probably won't use, I'll probably finish this up and I don't think I'll use it again, but I know a lot of people really like it. So I'm also not the biggest fan of Lionbrand so much. I know a lot of people are. I just started with Lionbrand and I've kind of shied away since. If you're ever buying directly from their website, it took like a few weeks for my only order I ever ordered directly from them, took to ship. So that's also kind of what turned me off. I know not everything's fast, but 2 to 3 weeks to ship, and I was on a time crunch. I was a little bit annoyed, just to be frank. So anyway, I kind of steer away from Lionbrand these days, and I have become a big fan of knit picks though. So anyway, and We Crochet, no, not because We Crochet, Love Crafts. I'm knitting a few sweaters for my sister and her roommate, and they both ordered from Love Crafts. It came really fast, and it was affordable for them. So those are other brands that I recommend. Okay, now let's get into, I've talked about the yarn, so it's a 3 of 5 or something like that. But it's a good summer fiber. It does grow a lot, which I learned from this. So the pattern recommends, I think, 6 inches or 6 inches to 10 of positive ease, I want to say. I went with the small size. I am a 38-inch chest, so I usually knit about 40. That's what I like to wear. In this case, again, I'll have to insert on screen because I don't remember right now, and I didn't print out the pattern. I try not to print out patterns if I can help it. It's just I reference it on my phone. Sorry, I feel like this is very rambly. I was saying it just grew. So I learned from this top that the yarn grows a lot. So this grew. And also, you should know that you can gauge swatch. I didn't gauge swatch. So this was one of my tops, or one of my tops that I like to walk to work, and when I'm walking, I like to knit. I find it boring when I'm just walking. So I will knit. This is the about 3rd top I think I've made, just mostly exclusively walking to work. Of course, starting it, I started it not walking, and finished it like cast off not walking, did the sleeves not walking, but otherwise most of the body was walking to and from work. So I didn't gauge swatch, I guess is what I'm saying. It's just I just went with the instructed needle size. I knew there was going to be positive ease on this, so it would fit. It is pretty large, but it's fine. I don't have a problem with it. So let's talk about the construction of this top. It's very interesting. It's nothing I've ever done before. So you cast on in the round the collar, and it's Italian cast on, I think, which I've never done before, and that was new. I kind of messed it up, but it's really nice if you can get it right. It's supposed to be emulate a tubular cast on, but simpler. So I started with that. I messed it up a little bit, but I just kept going. It was fine. I knew this wasn't going to be like a formal top. I needed to be perfect. I already knew it was going to be loose and drapey, so I was like, it doesn't have to be perfect. So you cast on whole collar. Then, because, which I didn't take finished object pictures yet, but I will do that hopefully later today. So the front is longer than the back, or opposite, the back is longer than the front. So to make that happen, you I don't know if you can tell, I tried to fix it when I was weaving in ends, but my collar pickup was not that great. It was a little bit holey. I didn't do that good of a job, but again, when I was weaving in ends, I tried to fix all that. So I think it looks better now. But yeah, and then the other switch I made is the bottom is just a regular cast off in the pattern, but I did a I-cord bind off. I had just finished the Stephen Knit shawlography, and he had a 3-stitch I-cord bind off for basically the whole thing. So I've been doing it a lot. I said, okay, I want to do that. And I think it turned out nice. I don't know how much this yarn would have rolled, because yeah, my sleeves are I-cord bind off as well. So I don't know how much it would have rolled, but in pattern pictures it rolls, and I'm not a huge fan of, like, you know, that roll up that happens. So I did an I-cord bind off, and I obviously had plenty of yarn left, so I wasn't worried about that. I have another, as far as length goes, I didn't really measure. I just have a top that I really like, the Shelly Summer top that I made, which was actually my walking project before this one. And it hits like just below my belly button. It hits the high waist of, I don't know if that's not high rise, but you know, pants that go to my belly button, it hits like that top. So I really like the length of that. I didn't want it too long. This is too long in my opinion, because it was already oversized enough. So anyway, I just held it up to my Shelly Summer top and made it the front to make sure the front was about as long as that top is. I would knit this pattern again. I would probably obviously use different yarn. I'd probably use some sort of wool. And so it calls, this is like technically a DK yarn, but everyone has told me, and I guess I kind of agree, it kind of knits up more in a fingering type gauge. So I'm not sure. I'd probably still use a DK weight yarn though to knit this pattern, and I would do it again, but maybe I would try and eliminate, maybe I would just use like the lace pattern and try and figure out how to just make it in the round without the flat back and the pick-up collars and stuff. So probably I would just use this lace pattern, but do a little bit different. But I do like this visible seam on the front, or on the top of the shoulder. And yeah, I did mess up somewhere. Oh, here. These eyelets and this like little 4 lace cluster is too close. It's supposed to be, yeah, I just apparently was not counting, or whatever happened there. Whatever, I'm fine with it. I can't even tell when I'm wearing it. Who cares? So yeah, I think that's my wrap up. Hopefully this is all making sense. Hopefully it's not too rambly. Let's look at my notes. I have a few notes on just like what I want to make sure that I mentioned for all of my FO videos. As time went on, I added this. So pattern clarity, I guess this is something I didn't mention. Because the construction is so different than I've ever done before, I was unclear. I was probably thinking too deeply, second guessing, overanalyzing, and once I just went with the pattern, was like, I don't really get what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna go with it. It obviously worked out. So I would recommend just don't overthink the pattern, just do what it says, and you'll get the result in the end. So she does have tips and tricks. It's just kind of getting over any mental hurdles with doing new structures. The yarn, I already talked about that. Again, let's just keep it short and sweet with about a 3 out of 5. Probably won't use again after this is gone, or donate this or something. Oh yeah, so I don't know if they're doing it during COVID, but when I lived in Illinois, and I've only been to the library once here, unfortunately, but this was again before the pandemic, but my local library accepted yarn donations, And I've also heard like the grocery girls say that their like local senior centers accepted yarn donations. So if you ever have any extra yarn that you're not really going to use, I would recommend donating it to them. Money and time. So the pattern I received was free. It is now a paid for pattern, but again, she recommends you donate to a Black Lives Matter or similar organization. And I think that's excellent. I am trying to be more purposeful in supporting designers, businesses, creators that align with values of mine. So I'd like to see that. And then again, the yarn was very affordable. It covered a couple dollars of all at Joann's. So it is certainly an affordable yarn. What did I learn? I learned just to go with the flow of the pattern. Don't overanalyze. I already talked about what I knitted again. Yes, I would knit it again, but maybe I would just follow the lace pattern in a different construction so it's all one piece and not the flat, not the picking up this, because I just feel like I didn't do a good job there. And finally, some outfit ideas. So today I'm wearing it with black leggings. On my off days, I really enjoy just wearing comfy clothes, obviously, but I do love wearing my hand knits. So I've been wearing shorts or leggings or something with a hand knit on the top. And I mean, there's loads you can do with this. Like I said, it's probably more of a summer garment, so I would wear it with shorts, swimsuit, to the beach, the pool. I don't know if you could probably wear it over a dress, but I'm not sure what kind of dress. I don't know, you could probably figure that out, but I'm not sure exactly what kind of dress would look cute. Yeah, so outfit ideas, I don't have many for this top. It's really just it's literally just a basic tee that kind of goes with anything. So the sky's the limit there. And of course, whatever goes with your personal style. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I feel like I've been talking for a while. Hopefully it all made sense. I didn't ramble too much. And you have the gist of the easy teasy top. I will go back, watch this as I'm editing, and insert any and all text that I said I was going to insert. And I hope you have a wonderful day and happy knitting. Bye, friends. Okay, so today is September 14th, so before I edit this and get it up online, I wanted to show you a progress on my whips. And of course, Moonlight came over, so here's some cat content for you. The Easy Teeasy top. I don't know the designer, I'll put it in, but it's a super interesting construction. So it's like, you think it's going to be knit in the round, you cast on in the round, and then you knit this like back portion flat because the back is longer than the front. So I don't know, I'm still a little confused. I basically just decided I'm just trusting the pattern. I don't really fully know what's going on, but I've knit this entirely on my walks, so it is pretty simple. There's a couple of things I wanted to show you just because I don't remember where I showed you what my progress was. So I'm going to start with what you've seen before. That's the Easy Teeasy. I don't know the designer off the top of my head. I think it's Allison something. I've said it before. I'll put it on screen. This is where we're at. So now I'm just at the body. So I just have to knit these repeats of the diamonds and then the eyelets for the rest. And I'm knitting in the round now. You can see there, like that was really loose. I didn't do that very well. This side looks a little bit nicer, I think. So I'm hoping when I weave in these ends, I'll be able to fix that. Otherwise, it's supposed to be a loose summery shirt, so that's what I'm going for. Okay, so this is my blocked version of the Easy Teeasy. Just got home from work. I don't know why the sides seem longer than the back. They should be the same there. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. This is, you know, my belly button here. It hits just the top of my jeans. I wish it was a teeny bit longer, I think. But also, if I re-washed it or re-blocked it, maybe I could stretch it more. I didn't like do any blocking. I just laid it out. But yeah, it's pretty fine. I think if I could fit like a front tuck in there if I really wanted. So yeah, it's cute. I like the drape. It didn't grow too big. It's got a lot more positive ease, which I'm okay with though. It's nice. I'm definitely glad I did this size. If anything, I would not go up a size. I would just make it a teeny bit longer, but there we go. The easy teasy. Finished.